Welcome, everyone. My name is Mirthless Mirror, and today we are returning with another episode with 7 Days to Die. And I'm glad that you could make it. So, last episode, I was working on this ramp, and I was struggling a little bit with how I wanted it to turn out, but I had a brainwave. So that's what I want to start with today. This episode is working on this ramp. The brainwave, was that I needed to lengthen the road just a little bit, and that should solve our problem. It is also Blood Moon Day, so we'll have to prepare for that as well. So no matter how much trouble this ramp ends up giving me, I'm going to have to stop at some point because I've got to prepare for the Blood Moon. I have been noticing I guess, a tick with the way the zombies move, and it's making me think I could possibly exploit it so that I could use my sledgehammer more effectively during Blood Moon. But I'm not really sure how I'm going to build the defense and whether I'd be able to do it in the amount of time that it would take for Blood Moon. So we'll just have to see. Oh, glad I didn't break my leg. That would have been embarrassing. So I'm thinking what I should do is see how far this one wants to go down and how far this one wants to come up before they come on an even plane. All right, let's start with our wedges. That's too long. No, it's not. Good to double check before you're committing to the entire ramp. Okay, that should be right. All right, let's bring it down even further. But I think we're getting close. And maybe I'll just have this one come up one more. And I think that should solve my problem. Okay, that should be right. Heck yeah. Nice and easy. I may make space under here in case I want to make rooms. But I probably won't make any rooms down here. I'll probably just end up closing it off. But I'll just leave the space for a door for a little while to see if I ever need it. So this is the size that it needs to be. No, it has to be larger. There. That allows me to make a connecting ramp if I so desire, but I doubt that I will desire that. Okay. Okay, let's remove these. And dig. Will I come out pretty much where I want to? Yeah, okay. I just don't want to dig too far. Whoops. I probably don't need to dig this out and make it even. I mean, why? So let's just stop here and we'll dig this out. In fact, even that doesn't really need to be dug out. So let's just remove this. Oh man. Someone coming up behind me? Where's your friend? You know you don't travel alone. Ow. Dude. Man, went to reach for my shotgun and grabbed a narrow wedge. Hey guys, there's no need to make a fight. Here, come on through, buddy. Uh-oh. I didn't invite you, friend. There we go. I guess I can have this spot to be thinner because I plan on only turning here. But I really could extend. I don't really see any need to. Alright, well, let's keep expanding. Hey, buddy. How's it going? So that would be its minimum, right? Hard to measure without the 4x4 in my pocket. Hey guys, I don't want any trouble. Dang. Oh, did I not line these up properly? Whoops. Okay, and so I'm gonna need this to go like that. We can even make it decorative of some kind, a ramp, a pillar, something. But really, at least that space is what I need. And so if I bring my car up here, it'll be tight. So let's make it a little wider. And the thing is, if I'm making it a little wider, I might as well make it the full 9, and we'll keep the road uniform throughout the entire space, even if it's a little of extra room. Okay. I am going to keep it uniform. Okay, something like that. And then I'll want to make sure that I build a wall or a rail here, probably a rail. And that'll stop me from flying off the edge if I go too fast. You know, sometimes I'm not really paying attention when I'm driving, so I might as well give myself some safety rails. Well, let's do a catwalk rail. Okay, that seems right to me. And maybe I want this to be a railing too. Might be nice to see. At least a little bit. What if I matched this? Is that right? Ah, so like that, I think. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, that works for me. Now we have an access ramp. That was a lot of work. I'll figure out the rest of that later. Let's just kind of give this some ramp. And we'll leave it that way for now. It's not perfect, but it's a good start. Wonder if I could manage even steeper. Let's find out. Oh yeah, I like that way better. But I may want to put another railing up here. So the tunnel should be ending about here. That seems a logical place for the tunnel to end. It's just not, doesn't make a lot of sense to bring the tunnel out over this ramp. Day 7, huh? Bummer. Well, they're destroying my workstations. That's no good. But you know, it's a challenge to make a kitchen. And I've been doing other things. Let's make more of this. Okay, that'll make a big difference for us. Okay, I'm not going to start packing my bags full of ammunition or whatever. We're not really that close to Blood Moon. Alright, I need more cement. Let's lay this floor as well. That'll make coming in and out a little easier. I just wasn't bothering with it, you know, because floors are a lot of work. And I mean, a stone floor works just as well as concrete. At least in this case. Okay, we'll bring this down too. I could make this a storage room if I wanted, and this could be a hallway continuing on if I wanted. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that area yet. I don't want to leave those things inflatable blocks, wood blocks, you guys know what I mean. So let me upgrade some of them. Yeah, let's do it like that. Guys, come on through. There's no need to attack anything. All right. All right, great. Yeah, okay. So that should be the end of our tunnel. Or garage, because I could put a garage door there, actually. But either way, whatever ends up happening, that should be the end there. And I very well might have another door there for the kitchen. Possibly there. That would make that even. But here's the thing. I might need this space for something. So I don't know that that will be the case, but I'm going to leave that there for now, and we'll fill in this floor. All right. This area is going to be a challenge, which is why I haven't really worried about it yet. But why don't I at least do to here? Cool. That's going to save me a little bit of time later. Nice. And you know what? I actually think I want... That's my roof. I can do that from beneath. I think I want that to be cement eventually. I thought now was a good time, but I can do it from beneath. Let's just start like this. I am going to be connecting that whole area, but this will be a good place to start. Great. I don't really know how that's all going to look, so let's just do it here. I'm glad they sped up the nail gun. We're out of cobblestone. Whoa. I might make that a vault door. Maybe not. I'm leaving this here because I'm going to need it when I come to upgrade this area. Which I'm just not ready to start upgrading the roof until I know for sure what I want it to look like. It's going to be such a pain to try and move huge amounts of cement, huge amount of concrete, without knowing exactly what I want to do. All right. Okay, that suits me for a road. A kitchen shouldn't be too bad now that I know that I need that wall for sure. Okay, so here's what I see is that lately I've been putting ladders. If I don't put them all the way to the top, the zombies kind of struggle to get up. So for instance, here, I don't have the ladder all the way to the top. And so the zombies will just kind of get to the top here and be like, hey, I'm having a hard time getting up here. And that's kind of a perfect time for me to hit them with a sledgehammer. The problem is that they're going to walk up pretty easily. I need to stop them in some way. And I noticed earlier when we were at a cornfield that this railing or pillar, it's a pillar. This one was stopping them from getting through. They like weren't attacking the pillars because they didn't like, I guess they didn't really understand that that's what was in their way. So I'm thinking if I combine the two, maybe I can create kind of a zombie trap. Something like that. And theoretically, they'll have a hard time getting out. Oh, so do I. And then I can hit them with my sledgehammer. So why don't I try that this time? And we'll put it here. Right? I don't know. Definitely don't want to fall down there, though. A little bit of steel. Oh wait, I'm about to destroy that. I didn't realize that's what I was looking at. Still might be faster to remove the steel blocks, but let me destroy this and see if it works. And then I'll fortify right above my head. In case it doesn't work, then, well, I can still retreat to the next level. Okay. Oops. I really have no idea if this is going to be functional. Okay. And so theoretically, they should try and walk up here and get stuck. But me, I can jump. Can I? Is this a trap for me too? Okay. It's kind of a trap for me too. Oh, but I can get out. It's not impossible for me to get out. Hopefully, it's impossible for the zombies to get out. I'm not really sure. This experiment could very well get me killed. Oh man, getting all trapped. All right, and now I'll put something a little bit more traditional up here. Is that how long I made this area? No, I made it even longer. But it might be okay to make this one shorter just because it's higher up. Perhaps you'd expect a slightly lower ceiling when you're this high up. I'll have to think about it. This will give me a lot of vision. All right, well, let's make this at least concrete. Theoretically, they shouldn't attack it, right? I mean, that's the idea. And I wonder if it's a bad idea to have that ladder there, but like I said, I have no idea if that's going to work. But theoretically, I should be able to hit them. My melee weapon. And they shouldn't be able to get up? Well, I might as well upgrade some of this stuff to cement. Before I start doing that, however, I want to make sure I'm ready for Blood Moon. My water is going to go crazy. Oh, I already have some bandages. That's great. Oh, that's not the right amount. I probably do want a vault door there, but since I haven't really begun defending the base yet, I'm just leaving doors open and stuff, I don't really need to make it secure. In fact, I probably want them to move through that space, so I'm not going to worry about it yet. Okay, my only issue here is sometimes I like throwing things. So if I were to remove this, and then I were to take a pillar of some kind, maybe? No, a 1/4 block. Yeah. Do I have one centered? Yes, I do. All right. That's not too bad. Do I have a smaller block? Although, the smaller I go, the more likely it is I'll fall off, right? I hear that screamer, by the way. I do feel a little more comfortable moving on this. All right. Although I do have to say the other one looked better because it was smaller. So less noticeable. I'll have to balance function and fashion. Where's that screamer? Okay. I hope that works. Let's grab some explosives. Did I already upgrade underneath these? Or can that be done under... I think that's part of my ceiling. I think I can just do that underneath. So I'm not going to worry about it. Hey, that's not right. Right? Yep, 3 in a corner. 3 in a corner. Okay. Cool. So these actually need to be destroyed and replaced by half blocks. I guess they don't have to be, but they do have to be if I want to make them uniform with this. I think this looks better, although technically I couldn't drop any lights from that, but I don't really plan on it. And if I do, well, then I'll just destroy them even if they are concrete and I can replace them later. Oh, right. I can just paint that. I guess I could build a hatch here if I want to not fall down that. But I'm not really sure that I want it. So we'll just leave it as a wood for now. All right, we have a little bit of time left. I need more bandages. And maybe I will put a little wall here. And hopefully that will kind of stop and discourage the zombies from attacking. So this is not permanent, but this can stay here for a brief moment and give us the opportunity to, well, hopefully, I just hope the zombies move by it. They're like, I don't want to worry about that. Looks kind of neat, though. We'll keep this pathway open for them. Let's make a vault hatch. Are they expensive? I guess they're called steel doors now. No, they're not. Mechanical parts. Maybe I'll just make it on myself. No, I can't. Oh, I'll just make it all. Oh, I have more bandages too. Good for me. Hey, it's almost time. Guess I should bring some extra ammunition. Okay, it's about time. Oh, learning elixirs. Don't want to forget that. I need some fortitude, man. Uh-oh, it's Blood Moon. See if it works. Nope. All right, let's get rid of this and see if that helps. Nope. He can launch himself right into it. Surely there's something I can do to make that work, because it's just so cool. If I take this out, will they have a struggle? Maybe it needs a little roof. They kind of stand on each other. So what if... It's going to be tough doing it, trying to do it while they're on me. Okay, can I make this same block and maybe put it on top, like that? Nope, they walk right through it. Okay. Okay, so not that block. Hey! Guess I need some painkillers. That's what I should be using. Okay, so that's more what I'm looking for. Seems like giving them a block actually works against me. Okay, well that kind of works. Oh. Hey. You guys can't just squeeze in there. That's cheating. This needs to be on the other side. I realize that now. Well, it looks like it's not impossible for them to get through, but they do struggle a little. And their struggle is my gain. Uh-oh. Well, it's not as efficient as my shotgun trick that we had last week, but I feel like there's some potential here. Hey, you know, actually it'd be a good time for me to drink some recog. Oh wait, I already have some, but I can drink some more. Ah, no, that was fort bites that I've got going on. Okay, so what if I put bars there instead? No, I can't swing through bars. That's the problem with bars. If I brought this up even further, that might do it just fine. I'm gonna have to try when there's, you know, not a bunch of zombies there though. Not the bars. I need... Yeah, those. Okay, let's place it even one higher. Oops, I just made something steel. There. So now, let's see if they struggle even more with that. Okay. Are you struggling now? Okay, so you can still fit in. You guys kind of stand on each other's shoulders to come up. Ow. They're pouring out. I wonder if there's a way I can stop them from crouching. Do not kill me while I'm experimenting, lady. Please. It'll just embarrass us both. Oh! Hey, this way, guys. Oh, that's the wrong way. This way, guys. Uh-oh. Whoop. Note to self, I've built a trap there. Uh-oh. Oh no. Broke my leg. That's not good. Come on. Return your stamina, buddy. Okay, water. I guess I didn't bring a cast or stamina, or cast or steroids. Come on, steroids. Yeah, there we go. Now we're moving. Ow. The broken leg is my real problem. Huh. Who knew that being right below them would actually be pretty good for headshots? Okay, that should do. Can I make it to my medical kit about in time? I don't think so. Maybe if I go this way. There we go. Made a pretty good difference. Oh, no thank you. Can't block that off yet. Hey, don't hit me through the door. That's what I was doing to you. Oh, crap. That'll give me a little bit of time. Okay, so this isn't working for me, I guess. But I think it can. I'll just have to work on redesigning it. I wonder if I had these pillars facing the other way. We're gonna have to do it here in a moment. Doggos. So what if I had them facing this way? Well, that seems to have some benefit, but I really need to see it when there's more of them because they were standing on each other's shoulders and coming over it. So if I set it up like that, that might solve my problem. We'll just have to try it next Blood Moon. Hey, why are you guys so scary? Go away. Whoa, what the heck is that thing? I've never seen that before. That's like a wolf. That thing is scary looking. Wow, he's tough. I guess dogs and wolves are okay running together if they're zombies. That makes sense. Well, I'm actually pretty happy with that experiment, even though it didn't end up working out for me. I mean, I didn't die, and that's what really matters. I didn't get much experience, though, either. In terms of leveling up. but that's okay. Are these my first armor crafting kits? I think they are. There. Now let's repair. So this is not where this belongs. Yeah, it seems like they should just be able to walk right up, and I don't think these pillars are blocking them at all. I think it's just the bars, which means that when they got pushed up by another zombie, they would be occupying the space above, and they would just walk right in. So I think this is completely ineffectual. That's my first theory. And if they get any bigger, they'll attack them. So I don't know. Let's just... I guess I can't leave it there right now because I have to put in... Oh, I can put in these ladders. Okay, well. There. I'm going to leave that there for now. It'll drive me a little crazy, but it will help me to remember that I'm working on something there. So I need this one to be a hatch. Although, now that I have a ladder here, that might not be as effective. I might need to put it in the corner. That way I could drop down here, and I'd have clear access to the whole room. But I do plan on putting, like, shotgun turrets and stuff in there, too. So I may not even have that. I might take it out entirely. But, fine. Let's go fix my illness here. I meant to take some pills before. I can make herbal antibiotics now, right? Yeah, I can. Let's do it. We are out of nitrate? Brutal. Guess we gotta go get that. But first, I'm gonna take a short break. I will be back in 3 seconds. Don't go away. Thank you so much for your patience. I am back. So that blood moon, it worked out fairly well. I'm pretty happy with that. even though, I was running around and it was dangerous and I was about to die at any moment, really, we got to do that experiment. We've kind of figured out that that placement of blocks didn't really work out for us, but we can try something new in the future. For now, I want to... Oh, my leg is broken, so it looks like I'm not going to be going out. So let's stay here. Let's finish this ramp area. Let's do it like this. I probably won't put that there. I'll just let that end that way. And let's do something similar over here. I think it was that. Being forced to walk everywhere is a bummer, isn't it? That's all right. This broken leg will be fixed soon enough. Speaking of which, I have 3 points available. Pain tolerance. Cool. And this guy... I need 8 agility. Okay, I'm going to start getting a little bit of fortitude. Okay, that looks nice. It's going to be easier if I just start at the top. Despite it being a long way. Neat. If I want, I can finish it like that. Which I do like best. But here's the thing. I don't do that up there. And so maybe I want it to be uniform. Okay, I do kind of like that, but I want it to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, that looks a little bit more intentional. Let's put a railing here. I probably want this one to have an end. There. And this one can probably have an end as well. But maybe I want the end to be there? I just don't know. Well, let's see. Maybe I want this one to be a wedge. So alternatively, I wonder if I have a corner. Not that kind of corner. Yeah, I could do that. I don't hate that. I don't know that I love it either. Is there another thing I can use? Maybe a half block? Yeah, I like that better. So that means this is not equal with this one if I do it that way. See? This one rises up on the right and that one doesn't. And I do like this. So why don't I adjust this? Okay, so if I wanted to do that, I could. And I actually think that looks pretty nice. Oh, my poor leg. Well, that does look natural to me. And my alternative is... And this makes it uniform with the others upstairs. And I do like uniformity, but it is also nice to break things up a little bit because, well, that can attract the eye. And if everything is the same, yeah, I just don't like it quite as much. So maybe we can change the ones upstairs and make them uniform to this one. And then I wonder if I could do this. Do you guys have a block for me that is a half block with a round thing on top of it? That would be the idea, but of course it would be connected to a half block, which I don't see. I don't see that. That's okay. I wonder if they have... Okay. Nice and simple wins it then. Might be nice to have another block here. I don't know. I do like it. I'm surprised I didn't hate it, but I'm going to keep the tip for now. Oh man, 3 minutes on this broken leg. And we've got to crawl all the way up. Okay. So they were like this. Except this was a half block. Okay. Yeah, that is pretty neat. Makes for a good corner. This one might end up being a wall, though. So this one could be removed, but I think that would be okay. I don't think it would break any kind of appearance. So that would make this one a half block, too. All right, neat. And why don't I give this one of these? Because the other ones do, so I think that'll make sense. Only 40 seconds left on this broken leg. Exciting. No! Alright. We'll let my leg heal before I go back up there. Just takes a while to get up that ramp with a broken leg. No, thank you. There we go. Our leg is healed. Well, I guess it would make most sense if I had it open that way, because it would be away from these walls, so my hand could reach and grab the door handle, whatever. But this is going to be most convenient. And convenience wins out here because it's a huge traffic area for me. I go through that space a lot. Yeah, more cement. Hey, an airdrop. Good for us. I kind of like this little nook of a room here. But I'm still going to move it all. You know, I got to have more space for my equipment later on. I'm just using that temporarily. I'm so excited that my leg is working again. Is that a bird? Go away, bird. Another bird. That's unusual, right? Huh. Is this where I cut it off? I don't think so. Because it looks like it should be like that. Um, okay, well, what do I want to do with the last level then? If I'm going to design it this way. I do kind of like that, though. It's a nice lip to have there. And I guess I could just leave that this way. But I could also do the wedge. And it looks nice and clean. So, yeah, I guess I could do ramps. I don't think so. Nope. Looks truncated when I do it that way. Hey, what did I say about birds? I actually don't know what I said about birds, but no birds. Okay. So I've got to solve this one over here. So maybe this is the one that'll decide what happens. Okay, here? That looks good to me. So I suppose alternatively, I could make this a corner block. Nah. There's just no reason to overcomplicate it. Yeah. So technically, I don't have an arm on this one, do I? Ooh, that's a problem. Is it a problem? Not really. And if I wanted to, I guess that's what this area is for. Because it looks like I did put out that block, but it looks like I decided it was a wall rather than a ramp. That's okay, I hadn't upgraded yet. So that's a wedge, a half block, and then a ramp. I don't think that's going to work. Unless this was a corner. So if I want what I'm trying to do, this has to be a block. Hey. Seems like a corner should fit here. But maybe I've got the wrong kind of corner. Okay. I see. That was more challenging than I anticipated, but yeah, I can see what we're doing. I don't know if I'll like that better than what we had, but it's worth looking at. And then I'll want to close this up. Whoops, I don't have a door here anymore. Well, I guess I want one then. That can remain until I figure out what I'm going to do with that space. Okay, I think I do like it better when it has a ramp here on this side. But this ramp doesn't look like the other ramp. And so this one must be wrong in some way. So let's try and match it. Block for block over here. I see, because then this guy would go here. But I'm probably going to avoid doing that, right? Because why put it in the road? I have more space here. I might as well take it, might as well use it, and I don't think it'll be a big problem. Especially if I want to put another block here. Because then that would match. However, that kind of suggests I could put that one here. And then it doesn't feel like it's as part of, then it doesn't feel like it's part of the road, you know? I don't know. That's a challenge that is not going to be worried about right now. Because I'm going to go ahead and continue building this ramp. And for the sake of unity here, we'll do that. Oh, hey. Yeah, I'll do that. Hey, that does look pretty good. It's worth looking at this for another moment. That actually looks kind of right. So I'll leave it like that for now. We don't have to commit to it because I'm not going to upgrade this area yet. I'm going to give the base a little bit of time to, well, continue expanding. Okay, well, here's my issue then. If I do it that way, now they'll no longer be consistent. So let's try it again. There we go. Yeah, that's right. The other way was not right, but now it is. And that looks awfully nice. Okay, I won't mind upgrading that then. And if possible, I'd like to remove this line. That'll just take me a moment. That's the great thing about working with cobblestone. Nice and fast. Who's growling? Oh, it's you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I might end up adding that again, but I think that that's right as far as where I want the tunnel to end. Awesome, I'm really happy with that. Let's repair this door. These zombies, they're hurting me. See, here's the thing though. I'm really not sure. I might end up upgrading those to what the steel doors. And so, do I really want to repair it? Yeah, I'll repair it. Why don't I turn some of this into cement? Because it seems like I like this area. I haven't made any changes yet. Why don't I start making glass as well? It's time to make bulletproof glass and fill in this this roof. Can I make a crucible? Not yet. And I'm gonna need more sand, huh? You know what? I'm happy with that. This one does need sand, but doesn't have a crucible. So I don't have to be burning sand right now. Well, I'll do it anyway. And this one needs to replace stone. Alright, we'll let them work. Okay, cement. And I guess I need cobblestone too. Some of those things are going to need repairing, and I'm going to need some more wood. So why don't I grab some of that while I'm out as well? Looks like I did that recently, seeing as my my flag here is still present. I didn't really think about that, but maybe I would want to jump off the edge here occasionally, like I was just about to do. So maybe I don't want that railing there, but it looks so nice. Decisions. Come a long way from our stone axe, huh? We're pooped. Why don't I bring this down just a little bit? Where's my shovel? Did I put my shovel away? I might have. Sometimes I do that. Inadvertently put my important equipment back in my chests at base. So I know some of you have been wondering why I use a shovel and a pickaxe, even though I have a level 6 auger here. And I do have uses for the auger. I appreciate the auger. But I often continue to use my pickaxe and my shovel because I find I get more accuracy with it, and therefore get slightly better results. Now that is, of course, not necessary, say if I were mining iron. You know, it doesn't really matter if it looks nice, has clean lines. I'm just trying to pick up some iron, so it's a great time to have an auger. Hungry? There it is. Okay, so I just want to put a little foundation here. I think it'll look better if there's a little foundation. That might be enough. Looks like I gotta go down one more. All right, now I want those to be ramps, but I'm gonna try and dig out the space. You know, diagonal space is kind of tough, so let's be careful. So let's do it nice and simply. All right, I'm gonna just make these concrete right now. Okay, and I can fill in some dirt around that if I want to. Okay. I am going to do some upgrading here. Turn some of this base into cement. And I want some elixir, please. Looks like my farm is ready too, but I'm not super worried about it. We've got plenty of food for now. I really don't think I'm going to want to make any changes to this farm. My only concern is this roof. So if I solve the problem with the roof, we'll know exactly what we're going to do with this farm. And the reason is because we have a half block set here, right where this turns into a ramp. And I wanted to do that because I needed space between this building and this building because they were just too close. And I'm going to remain that way. I think it's a good idea. But the problem is it makes for a bad corner here. Oh, that's right, because it's a half block. So let's try and figure out this corner. So it looks like I have an arch block and then a block and then glass. So if this is correct on the other side, it should be an arch, a block, and then glass. Okay. And I've got that ladder coming up. See, that's the problem with this corner, is a lot's going on. It's got a half block here and it has a ladder, and I'm trying to make it a smooth corner. So it's going to be a challenge. We're transitioning to ramps here. That does fit nicely with that windowsill, though. That's kind of neat. Alternatively, I could bring up the garden one more, but I don't want to. I think it would start competing with that balcony, which I don't want to do. And I am probably gonna put something here. Not that. This. Hey, buddy. Yeah. This is what looks best to me. So how do I get those to connect? And then we've got another problem here. So I could solve this issue by having them be ramps or tips or whatever. And we kind of have like a hanging over roof. That might turn out just fine. Oh, I don't hate that. So maybe that's a simple solution. And I like simple solutions. Except I still kind of get an issue here. Because this one should be a pyramid block. Okay, not a ramp pyramid block. Do we have a wedge one? Yeah. There we go. And then this one should be easy because it should just be a tip. There. So we have a hanging over roof. That's how we solved the problem. It doesn't exist on any other spot, but it does right there. I don't know. I could put an overhang here. It might look nice, but it might also just be nice and simple to close this off. I've got it. Okay. I think I like it just fine if it goes up. No, I'm worried I need to bring it to, I need to change it a little bit. Let's see what we can do. This is going to be tough. That corner is going to be tough, especially because I thought I had just solved that corner. I want to upgrade this. I think I'm going to keep it for sure, and I might as well upgrade it now because it'll be easier to do it now than trying to do it later. Hey, level up. Let's immediately put it into fortitude. Okay. So maybe I could do something like a wedge here. See, I think that looks a little bit better in the sense that it gives room for the windowsill that I've got going on there. Having the wall kind of like, or I should say the roof, like ramp directly into the windowsill, I don't know that I love it. And if I did it this way, I might be able to put a ramp tip like this. Oh, I like that better. I mean, I guess I would like to raise the wall by one, but I'm not going to. I don't want to compete with this tower. They're just, this garden and this tower are just a little too close. Let's see what happens if I remove this. I don't hate it. But do I love it? I don't know. Let's try slopes. Sometimes these can be pretty good when it comes to roofs. Is that not what these are called? Oh yeah, here we go. Slope corners. And slope plates. So I suppose the roof would come off like that if I did a slope plate. Oops, did not mean to do that. And then I would probably bring out to a corner here. I've got to fill it in or I can't tell. I don't know. It is kind of cool. I'll just have to figure it out. I'll give it some time. Zombies are digging in here. But that's okay. I'm going to be expanding in this area anyway. Here, come here, snake. Don't attack my walls. Thank you. Okay, I want to upgrade some of these walls. I feel pretty confident that this garden is going to stay pretty much as it is. It's always a risk when I start upgrading the base to cement. And every now and then there's a time when I have to take out a cement wall, which is kind of a bummer, and I like to avoid that as much as possible. But we've got to upgrade to cement at some point. Now's as good a time as any. I'm gonna end up putting windows in there, guys. Kind of similar to that, but we'll see how it goes. Now this, I'm still not sure about. So we'll just keep it as is. I could put windows there. But I just turned that area into cement, so if I want to put windows there, I'm going to have to knock out that wall. Okay, let's also upgrade this. Oh, we're out of cement. I really like the new sound they have for cement. Nice and satisfying. It'll make a difference when we go around and paint all this. You know, for now, it's all just going to be a sea of gray. That's okay. It's a work in progress. Snail gun really makes a big difference. All right, let's finish off this. I'm just going to keep that ladder there for now because I'm clearly working there. All right, my friends, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me on the 7 Days to Die journey. It's been a lot of fun to have you all here. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that I can see you in the next episode. Bye.